Yeah, it is said to have been derived from an ancient Irish and Scottish practice in the nights leading up to Samhain. In Ireland, mumming was the practice of putting on costumes, going door to door, singing songs to the dead, and cakes were given as payment. So that is where we get the trick-or-treating tradition. Candy instead of cakes, although I would love cake.
I don't know. Well, okay, here I go. I got Sugar Aid, so you can keep your cake, folks. And honestly, when I could have cake, I was never a big cake fan. I was more of an ice cream guy. So,
Well, that's fair.
if I could have cake and ice cream, I was down.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing. Oh, so good. That's the best part about going to a kid's birthday party.
I know, eating
Like,
all their ice cream and cake, they don't get
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. Oh, it's the
Blowing
best.
out their candles and watching them cry. It's fantastic. What's your wish, Timmy?
It ain't coming true. Good luck on your 11th birthday, bitch.
So anyway, folks, go to your neighbor's house and ask for a treat this year because I'm going to be in purgatory and I'm going to need some wishes. No,
So,
I'll go straight to
yeah.
hell. I'll go straight to hell.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, that makes more sense.
That's right. It's time for the Dog and Chicken Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 22. I can still count, Tony.
You can.
I haven't forgot.
Had a boy.
I see you got your shades back on tonight.
I do. I'm debuting some new fancy ass yellow tinted aviators. Got them for a nice cool $10 on Amazon.
It
Thought
didn't
was
have any
pretty
didn't have anything to do with the chicken soodle noop when Lynn gave a shout out to you wearing some glasses, was it?
No, I mean, it's something I stick to on the wrestling show, so I thought I'd test them out here for us tonight and see how they looked on the podcast.
Right on, right on. Yeah, Lynn likes
It's
to
the gimmick.
Lynn likes to give you shit for wearing glasses on podcasts.
Well, you know what? Maybe if his face was as cool as mine, his would have aviators on it when he records on the internet.
Yeah, well, Lynn has to wear glasses now, so like real glasses, not aviators. So
Well, I haven't had to get those yet either myself, but I do look good in them. Like when the kids make me put on the wife's, I check myself out in the mirror.
yeah,
It's pretty hot.
yeah, right on, right on. Well, awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's episode, we're gonna be well. By the time you guys see this, we're a little ways ahead. We're about 11 days out from Halloween. But by the time you guys see this, woo, it'll be in the future, and it'll be just a few days from Halloween. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk
Yes.
a little bit about old what where did Halloween originate? Like, what's the name itself? We can go into all kinds of stuff, but was it Old Hallows Eve, or I can't remember exactly. I don't know.
It started as Sam Hain, and after a bunch of reconfiguration, it ended up, in summary, it was Hallows Eve, and then Halloween came from that. No, but it all derived from Sam Hain, the pagan holiday.
Yeah. So, should we go through the history of Halloween and educate some folks tonight and have a little
Yes.
fun?
Let's do this.
So,
Uh,
you sent me the link. I
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
you read it. So tell us what Sam Hain is.
It's a pagan religious festival originated from the ancient Celtic spiritual tradition. Modern times, it's a Gaelic word pronounced Samhain. It's usually celebrated on the 31st of October to November 1st to welcome in harvest and usher in the dark half of the year. Celebrants believe that the barriers between the physical world and the spirit world break down during Samhain, allowing more interaction between humans and denizens of the other world.
So when was it? That's like what, 2,000 years ago?
Yeah, I was looking for a year, and I'm not finding an exact year or time frame, but yeah, this is ancient stuff we're talking about. Basically, what these guys believed in was not so much ritual; it was more ritualistic than it was religious. So what they would do is essentially they it's not like Halloween is now. They'd have a big festival with fire burning and music and stuff like that to kind of celebrate a new year, because that was essentially what they were doing, and trying to honor loved ones who'd passed on, and efforts to communicate with them and have not sacrifices as in like human sacrifice, but basically just to have good luck on a harvest, a very simplistic, very simple type holiday.
So, I thought sacrifices did come into play at a certain point. And
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I read differently. No.
Like, I've got like the PG version pulled up here, so yeah, we can get into the dark stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, like the harvest work, they'd finish up with that, and then those celebrating, they'd join in with like druid priests, light a community fire, and they lit like a wheel on fire. Basically, would cause friction, and it would spark flames. Basically, the wheel represented the sun, and they would pray, like I said, to usher in a bountiful harvest, if you will. Cattle were sacrificed, and participants would take flame from the communal bonfire back to their home, and they would relight their hearth. Let's see. Early celebrations lasted about 3 days and 3 nights, and the community was required to show themselves. Essentially, failure to participate would, yeah, they'd get punished, because this was very disgraceful towards their gods, so... I don't know if it's the gods that would punish him. It looks like it was illness or death. So yeah, this was a big deal.
Yeah,
And
isn't this like the where bobbing for apples started?
yeah, I was trying to find that because I know that is where it's derived from, but I
So
couldn't find the
they,
exact
They were
link.
honoring what was it? A Roman goddess of fruit and trees known as Pomona, who
Okay.
her symbol was apples. So
Okay,
yeah, that's where bobbing for apples started. Fun fact, folks.
that makes sense.
You learned something
That makes
today.
sense.
Ta-da. You can just shut it off now. No, just kidding. We got more.
No, that's it. That's all. Let's see. 6 days. Okay, so this is the extreme. Some documentations would say 6 days of drinking alcohol to excess, typically beer, mead, and this would
Wait a
go along
minute.
with other gluttonous feasts.
Excessive alcohol. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
I'm there. I'm with you.
So yeah, I'm seeing a pretty big throwback reference to today's Halloween parties in accordance to that. That makes sense now. A lot of things are coming together. Dots are being connected. Because the Celtic believed that the barrier between worlds was breachable during Samhain, they prepared offerings that were left outside villages and fields for fairies or Sids. And it was also expected that ancestors might cross over during this time, as, like I said, the barrier's down. Where did I go? A pop-up popped up on this, so give me a second.
Yeah, get an iPhone. You won't have to
Dude.
worry about pop-ups.
I think we went over this not that long ago.
Oh, yeah, just because I have an iPhone, that doesn't make me gay. That was a weird story. Go back to episode 20 if you want to hear more about that one, folks.
Right. Okay. So some of the specific monsters that were associated with the mythology would be creatures called Apuka that would receive harvest offerings from the field. The Lady Gwyn.
Are you afraid
Oh.
of any monsters if they were named Apuka?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like that does not put fear into me if I'm telling that around a campfire.
That's like being afraid of Pikachu.
Oh no, you know what? No, that could be pretty terrifying. I'm on board now. I'm back on it. The Lady Gwyn is a headless woman dressed in white who chases night wanderers and was accompanied by a black pig. That's a good one. I like that. That's
Was it
terrifying.
because it was a black pig, or
Well, no. Black
into
pigs
some
are
interracial
scarier.
bestiality? Is that what we're going for here? Hey, I'm not judging. I'm just asking. These are questions I have to ask.
No, because some pigs are both pink and black. They're spotted too, so they're interracial. So yeah, I'm sure maybe Sam Hain's where the interracial of black
So
and
they
pink
got
pigs
freckles.
started.
So is that like the redheaded
Yeah.
pigs?
Oh, we don't talk about them.
Oh, no ginger pigs. Okay, got
No
it.
ginger
Got it. No
pigs.
ginger pigs.
The Dullahan sometimes appeared as impish creatures and sometimes headless men on horses who carried their heads. Obviously, this is where the Ichabod Crane story, the Headless Horseman, must have derived from. And let's see. I'm just kind of giving you guys a cliff notes here. But Sam Hain in the Middle Ages. As the Middle Ages progressed, so too did the celebrations of the fire festivals. Bonfires known as Samhainigans, I don't know that I'm pronouncing that correctly. They were more personal. Samhain fires near the farms became a tradition, purportedly to protect the families from fairies and witches. Carved turnips called jack-o'-lanterns began to appear, attached by strings and sticks and embedded with coal. Later,
You're
Irish
getting way ahead of the timeline. There's all kinds of shit that happened before jack-o'-lanterns.
Right. Like I said, I'm giving you cliff notes.
All right,
'Cause this, if you've got something to
I'm
fill in
going
the
to back you
blanks-
up. I'm going to back you up to
Go ahead.
609 AD. So
Wow.
originally, it was All Martyrs' Day or All Saints' Day, or you could combine them depending on where you read this from.
Well, see, I've got a bit on that.
That
too,
was
from
that
here,
was
so
in
yeah. Go ahead.
originally what, May 13th? I think I could
Yes.
be remembering that wrong, but
No, that's right. It was Pope Boniface in the 5th century. He moved the celebration to May 13th and called it, it was All Saints' Day because this was Christianity taking a big stranglehold on religious beliefs. So, they got to put their own personal spin on it, right?
right, and it was kind of the push for spring instead of fall.
Right.
Same context behind it, but in 609 AD, the Roman Church moved it to November 1st, which then became Hallows
All
Day.
Saints' Day. Well, All Saints' Day was November 1st, and All Souls' Day would follow on November 2nd. This was when Pope Gregory moved the celebration back to the fall.
All right, we're going to pause for a second. I'm going to try something because this fucking buzzing is driving me nuts. It's fucking bad on my end. I don't know if it is
All
on
right.
yours.
I'm not hearing it.
Okay, I am going to just switch. I think it might be my Ethernet, so I'm going to switch to Wi-Fi.
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
So after, All Souls Day, and that was not only, so they had a day to honor the dead, which was Hallows Eve, which later turned into Halloween. You had Hallows Day, and like you said, All Souls Day is November 2nd. So you kind of had a good old mix of, hey, let's celebrate dead people, let's celebrate saints, and let's celebrate everybody, I guess. I don't know. What the fuck is
Yeah.
Souls Day about?
I would assume that was to celebrate the dead, would it not be?
No, that's what Hallows Eve was about.
Well, okay, but the Christianity spin, All Souls Day and All Saints Day, I assume. Who knows? We're assuming now.
I thought that's what we were supposed to be doing, is figuring this out.
Well, okay, let's figure it out.
In the
So
tradition-
Halloween.
Yeah. All right. So in 1556, we're just going to jump ahead here, folks. The tradition we now call trick or treating has its beginnings in a 3-day event called what is this called? All Hallow Tide. These are 3-day spans the eve of All Saints Day into All Souls Day, during which participants dress in black and mourn the dead. So it sounds like they all just mourn the dead. And they
Right.
practice souling, in which peasants go door to door begging for food and treats given out in the memory of the dead. So that later turned into the Puritans, who banned Halloween in New England, and they didn't consider it a holiday or anything, and they kind of put a kibosh on it. But the Puritans, what they ended up doing with this whole tradition of going door to door and asking for treats was they believed that those who had not gone to heaven or to hell are in purgatory, and so they were asking going door to door and say, "Hey, give me this treat," which, from what I understand, was some weird little waffle thing covered in dried up raisins. And if they gave you a treat, you promised to pray for those in purgatory so they could eventually make it to heaven. So, Puritans and our earliest settlers and, U.S., as we started off in the U.S., but really originated back in England.
Yeah, it's said to have been derived from an ancient Irish and Scottish practice in the nights leading up to Samhain. In Ireland, mumming was the practice of putting on costumes, going door to door, singing songs to the dead, and cakes were given as payment. So that is where we get the trick-or-treating tradition. Candy instead of cakes, although I would love cake.
I don't know. Well, okay, here I go. I got Sugar Aid, so you can keep your cake, folks. I don't know. And honestly, when I could have cake, I was never a big cake fan. I was more of an ice cream guy. So,
Well, that's fair.
if I could have cake and ice cream, I was down.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing. Oh, so good. That's the best part about going to a kid's birthday party.
I know, eating all their ice cream and cake. They don't get
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Blowing out their candles and watching them cry. It's fantastic. What's your wish, Timmy?
It ain't coming true. Good luck on your 11th birthday, bitch.
So anyway, folks, go to your neighbor's house and ask for a treat this year because I'm going to be in purgatory and I'm going to need some wishes. No,
So,
I'll go straight to
yeah.
hell. I'll go straight to hell.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, that makes more sense. Man. Wow. Okay.
Did I throw you off on that?
Yeah, wow.
A little bit.
Little
Sorry.
bit. So yeah, then the Wiccans kind of brought the Samhain traditions back into the forefold. I'm trying to find the time frame on that, but in the Druid tradition, Samhain celebrates the dead with a festival on the 31st. Usually features a bonfire, communion with the dead. American pagans often hold music and dance celebrations called witches' balls in proximity to Samhain.
Witches'
so it all
balls?
comes back. Yes, witches' balls.
Witches
Hey,
have balls?
don't be sexist.
I'm
Witches
not.
could
I'm
be
just
guys.
questioning. So what do they identify as then?
A witch.
So, oh dear, we have a new. Okay, we got a new
Yeah.
pronoun. Okay, so I could
Yeah.
be a he, she, witch.
You
Could I
be a
introduce myself that way?
You could be a purple penguin witch.
Wow, the possibilities. Okay,
Oh, they're endless. It's beautiful. That's the best part about it. You can be anything you want to be. Pagans who embrace Celtic traditions with the intent of reintroducing them faithfully into modern paganism are called Celtic Reconstructionists. In this tradition, Samhain is called the Oich Shamanaha. Wow, I butchered that. Odd spelling, sorry. Shamnaha. And celebrates the mating between Tuata. Wow, these are great names. And usually you struggle. You should see the spelling on this.
I'm just loving that you have to struggle through this. Usually, I'm the one doing that.
Oh, this is brutal. Tuatha, De
Good to
Danan,
me.
gods Dagda and River Eunice. Celtic Reconstructionists celebrate by placing juniper decorations around their homes and creating an altar for the dead where a feast is held in honor of deceased loved ones. So it all kind of comes full circle. Juniper decorations, though. That's interesting. So like gin?
Yeah. I get. Hey, you got a bottle of Jameson in your background. What's the
I don't
difference
bel-
between
yeah.
that and
Yeah.
gin?
Well, not a lot of juniper berries and
I
Jameson.
do love the stairs that you got too.
The what?
The picture on the wall there. I'm trying to remember
Oh,
what that's
yeah.
called, but
Oh, yeah.
little segue. Crazy
Crazy stairs.
That never
I don't.
happened.
Is that actually the name of it?
No, I can't remember the name of it. It's fascinating because they have so many different versions of that.
Well, yeah.
That's another episode, though.
Well, yeah. I had to buy that because of Family Guy. When Stewie's like, "Oh, it gets crazy stairs," and he throws a ball, and oh no,
Keeps
did I
going.
hit crazy stairs?
So back on track.
Are we though?
So I don't know.
It's MC Escher, by the way. That's not a DJ.
Yes. So we're getting around the 1700s right now, and this is about the time that the jack-o'-lantern came about. Have you looked into the origins of the jack-o'-lantern?
Well, I was trying to talk about it, and you cut me off. But they used turnips
yeah,
at
that's
first.
because I realized how far ahead you got, and I'm like, wow, you just skipped 1,700 years.
Hey, it's not my fault that my article that I ripped off was like split up differently than yours.
Well, maybe you should get one that's historically accurate and shows a timeline.
Maybe I should get Apple, and then the first search result would be
Maybe I would have
one.
pop-ups and miss a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck Apple.
Get an iPhone. By the way,
Bomb for-
folks, watching on a new cam tonight on my iPhone. How about that?
But you go bobbing for iPhones. You love Apple so much.
Yeah, well, what was her name? Peloton? Pomona. Yes. I'm gonna call my phone Pomona from now on. It's not Siri. I'm not gonna talk to Siri anymore. I'm gonna talk to Pomona.
Is Pomona a witch?
No, Pomona was the pagan god for fruit and trees and apples.
I'm
They
talking
fought
about
apples.
your phone.
I taught
does your
everybody this earlier. Come on.
does your phone identify as a witch? Is what I'm asking.
I don't care what my phone identifies at. I'm calling it Pomona.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
All right.
Anyway.
Don't get defensive.
All right, so let's jump into the 1800s. Let's talk about Ireland and what Ireland contributed to our modern day jack-o'-lantern. Do you know much about the what did they call him? The guy, or I don't know. Was this a fairy tale? Do you know? Or
Mostly, I'm sure.
Stingy Jack is what I've found it to be known as.
Yeah, Irish folklore. I would put that under.
So,
Yeah, because the Irish are who brought most of the basic Halloween traditions over with them, and that's kind of where our modern day Halloween is derived from. Their Celtic traditions.
So yeah, and go typical in a typical Irish fashion. So this gentleman named Jack, who fairy tale, real person, who God only knows. But one fateful night, dead in hell, Satan decided to show mercy, and honestly, he was probably too much of a drunken asshole to be in hell, so he sent him back up and gave him an amber of coal from hell, and then he put it into a turnip, not a pumpkin. He put an amber of hell coal in a turnip. And
That's what I'd do with it.
yeah, and so that's where jack-o'-lanterns come from. Is this creepy old drunk dude who got kicked out of hell for being too bad, and the devil gave some sympathy to him. Yeah, sent him back up here, and apparently walked around with a turnip.
Well-
Did he what was he supposed to do with this turnip? I don't get it.
So what really happened was, drunk Irish guy with a bottle of whiskey found a piece of hot coal, and he was probably munching on a turnip and went, I'm done with this hot coal. Smash.
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm just guessing here.
So, yeah, all I seen is Jack is doomed to roam the world between the planes of good and evil with only ember inside of a hollowed turnip, which is a large rutabaga, if you did not know. Fun fact.
God, we are getting so
Learn.
fucking educational tonight.
Yeah.
Can you find a Google search image of like a butternut squash jack-o'-lantern? Pull that up. I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Terrible. Okay,
No, it's
I will.
horrifying.
I will.
It's fucking horrifying.
Where we stood in Ireland, and with around that 1800s time frame.
Okay.
And then the settlers coming to the U.S. How did this transform across the pond?
Yeah, so Halloween became more of a secular holiday with the focus taken away from witchcraft and ghosts, and they kind of place it on family and get-togethers with friends and parties and parades, basically because, paganism is kind of viewed as scary and evil, so we had to Disney it up and throw a little PG flair on there. So let's give the kids candy and dress up in fun costumes and make it a little more not scary. The first official sanctioned Halloween celebration is held in Anoka, Minnesota in 1921.
Ooh,
And then
Great
obviously,
Depression time.
yeah, I would love to see some of those costumes. God, those had to have been horrifying. In the 30s, though, is when you'd start to see like costume shops start popping up because that's when we're hitting the mainstream. Halloween is a business money making machine.
Here's your butternut squash.
Oh yes, yes.
You know
Dude,
how
that just-
painful that would be?
I'm just saying that looks like somebody's boinking it.
Too many holes. Too many holes.
Okay, close
Tony's
that.
losing his mind.
Close this. That's just odd.
What's that phobia you get when there's too many like holes and patterns and it grosses
Oh my
you
God.
out? Like the new iPhone?
Oh wow. I don't know. I don't have that.
I don't know. It's like a bunch
No,
of
the
spider
one-
eyes or something. Or
The one I was thinking, somebody showed me the other day. You take like a butternut squash, and the bottom is like round, and the top is long. It looks like a phallic thing.
Okay,
And-
that's what you.
but
were
no,
asking
you
me
can-
to do. Okay.
Yeah, you can carve like eyes into the fat part. You turn it upside down. You make a big jawline. It was horrifying looking. And you find something that somebody doinked a bunch
I
of
was
times.
just trying to find something that made sense.
Well, that didn't make any sense.
Well, fuck off. You said find a gourd. So I found you a butternut squash. It was close
I'll
enough.
look for it.
You find your dick looking weird stuff. Anyway, so you were alluding to around the 1920s. So Anoka,
21.
Minnesota, but also fun fact around that time frame, we're in the Great Depression. That is when Halloween shifted probably more towards kids than ever before because people were pretty violent. You think nobody had money, nobody had jobs, and kids were just going out and knocking shit over and blowing stuff up and setting fires. And people were dying because kids were setting fires in big buildings and apartment buildings. So that's probably around the time that Halloween first got kind of commercialized. And we started selling masks and selling decorations and selling shit for Halloween and the the jack-o'-lantern kind of all things spooky came all together on television in the near future with spiders and skeletons and witches and you name it, and then I guess we slowly turned that into today's version, which is give your kids a bunch of chocolate, spoil them like a bunch of little, I don't know.
Brats.
Yeah. And dress like sluts.
Yes. Fan of that. Big fan of that.
Males and females. It goes both ways.
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Myself.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Myself. The last Halloween costume party we went to, my costume was essentially a bunch of Goodwill clothes that were just god awful. Pantsuit, just terrible, like beige checkerboard pattern, horrible shirt. I had like a thin gold chain. I had my mustache trimmed really, really small, and I parted my hair down the side, and I had on yellow glasses like this. I looked like a massive pervert, and then I took a strap on and put that in my pants, so I had a boner all night.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
I remember that picture, man. That was classic. That was a good one. That was a damn good one.
Can you find that?
Oh God, you're gonna make me dig.
If we could find that, I mean, that is gold.
That was
That
pretty
is just
epic.
pure gold.
It's not on your timeline on Facebook. Come on.
I
You don't
haven't
have any
seen it. I've been a
memories
little.
of that?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm disappointed. I was hoping to see it.
Jesus.
I know. This year I'm going as like, well, probably nothing, but what did pop up on my memories was my status last year on Facebook was 2005. Where are we getting shit faced for Halloween? 2011. So where's the Halloween party? 2018. What are your kids gonna be for Halloween?
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah.
That's how that shit rolls, man.
I know. So we're being farmers this year. Stryker's going to be a farmer, and Taven's going to be a turkey, and Jarek's going to be a cow because he's really good at saying moo.
Moo. Yeah, I can do it too.
You know, I could probably...
It's just saying that's
probably...
not that impressive. All right, you should teach your kids something else. Just because you can say
well,
moo. Jeez.
Yeah, but he recognizes what cows are.
I
You
can say
can't even
duh.
do that.
That doesn't make me dress up as Donald Trump. Actually, it
does.
Did.
You did, because you sent me a picture of it, you lying ass.
So yeah, I got a nice little picture. So here, I don't have the picture. It's on my phone. I don't have it on my computer. But so
I'll see if I can pull it up.
Riker picked out his Halloween costume this year. He's gonna be Donald Trump dressed in white and black stripe prison uniform. So he's actually always been kind of a I like Donald Trump type kid for being 10. Of course, he's into politics somewhat. He just really hates Hillary, but he's like, yeah, Donald Trump really hasn't done anything. So, you know, I'm okay with the new president as long as they don't suck like Hillary. If they suck like Hillary, I want Donald Trump to win. That's where his thoughts are right now. But he's like, I just want to troll Donald Trump. It's a little bit. There you go. So I'm wearing a Donald Trump mask. Riker's got a toy gun to my head.
There it is, folks. That's
should that be the cover of this podcast and see if I can? Oh my God, yes, that's my next. That's my next Facebook ad right there. I bet it gets approved. It's Donald Trump with a gun to his head.
Well, Kathy Griffin would approve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
We went to Halloween to Trump. All right.
Well, it always comes back full
It
circle.
does.
Well, no, there's a connection. He's orange. Pumpkins are orange.
Nice. How about
Saved it.
Halloween movies?
Let's talk about Halloween movies.
What's your favorite? Okay, Halloween's your favorite. It always has been.
It is. Yep, absolutely. Watch it every year. It's just the best.
Everybody should
Love
watch it every year.
Yeah, it's just that good. That movie was made on such a small budget, and Jamie Lee Curtis was just so damn good, and the monster Michael Myers just top shelf. It's beautiful all the way around.
I found out something today. I learned something today myself, folks. The mask for Michael Myers.
Oh, you didn't know this?
No, they
Oh, this is awesome.
yeah, they're trying to find a William Shatner mask from Star Trek, is what they ended up buying. But it was such a shitty mask.
Well, yeah,
but they had no money to buy a real mask, so they just got
there was
that.
no budget.
Yeah,
there was no budget for the movie, so they sent him down to like a Halloween shop, like just get whatever, get something. So they found a William Shatner mask. They're like, well, this ain't gonna work. So they turned it inside out, and he wore that, and that was the Michael Myers mask. Which obviously now you can't go into a Spencer Gift without seeing a Michael Myers mask. So, you know what they should have done? They should have borrowed that time machine from last week's episode and went and got a real Michael Myers mask. And
they should have jumped off the boat.
Yeah, they should have jumped off the boat. But yeah, no, Halloween. And then like Halloween 2, which kind of follows like an hour after the first one ends. I think the budget was like quadrupled for that one. So it was a huge hit. Have you ever seen 3?
I've seen them all. It's been a long time though. Like 1 and 4. For some reason 4, I remember being as one of my favorites, and honestly, I haven't watched it in like 10 years. Part 4.
4 and 5 are really good. I like them, but 4 and 5 are like direct sequels to each other. Like because number 3, they completely went away from the Michael Myers story. It's really weird. It's one of those cult classic movies. Like a small community of people really like that movie, but it's freaking weird. They like some weird evil guy gives a bunch of kids masks with like a magnet in them, and if they play a commercial song too long, it like turns their brain into bugs. It's weird as shit.
That sounds weird as shit.
It was weird as hell. But yeah, 4 and 5 are really good. One of my favorites in the series though was actually number 6. That would be the Curse of Michael Myers. Paul Rudd is like an unknown name in that movie.
Really?
I don't know. It's a really good movie. I don't know. People hate it, but I liked it. And H2O I really liked. After that, Resurrection was god awful.
Yeah.
Buster Rhymes doing like kung fu and shit.
Yeah, I remember
Michael
that
Myers.
one. I was just like, as soon as I saw Buster Rhymes in there, I was like, nope,
Yep.
I'm fucking done. I'm not doing this.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like, so like Jamie Lee Curtis, like they don't talk about it really. Like they say, oh yeah, she died in 4 and 5. Yeah, she died, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, here she is back in 7. Okay, she just took on a different name and went and hid. Okay, that makes sense. Then in Resurrection, they kill her off in like the first 5-10 minutes. Okay,
Oh,
fine.
spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah, spoiler alert. And then they basically ignore everything that happened in like 4, 5, and 6. So it's kind of like a reboot. But then they actually did a remake. Rob Zombie did 2 remakes, and that's Halloween.
I liked Rob Zombie's remakes. Honestly, I thought they were pretty good.
I didn't hate him either. But it spent a lot of time focusing on what happened to Michael Myers, which it's not necessarily the story that needed to be told, but I get it. Like his vision is fucking out there, man. So you got to take the good with the bad. But that was part of the mystique. What makes Michael Myers so scary is the fact that you don't know what makes him so indestructible or scary or what made him the way he is. And Rob Zombie kind of, well, yeah, I want to know. This is what I think happened. Now I'm going to tell all you fuckers. So,
Yeah.
But then that last year they came out with another reboot, and I haven't seen it, but it was Jamie Lee Curtis again. I got to sit down and watch that one because it's okay. She's not dead now, so the timeline of the whole series is completely screwed.
Oop.
Bloop.
A little edit there. For some reason, my camera just flickered.
I know another one you enjoy is Nightmare on Elm Street because goddamn, Freddy Krueger's amazing.
So, in some of these, so obviously Michael Myers, 100% made up. Everything about that's total fiction, not real, fake news. But I look up some of these other horror movies and the cult classics, and Jesus, every single one of them supposedly based on a true story. And
Oh, well,
just, God damn it, they ruin it sometimes.
It's scarier if you put that at the beginning
No,
of the
it's
movie.
not. It makes you go research it and go, oh, no, you're full of shit.
No, it did not, because back in the freaking 80s, nobody could jump on Google and go, that's bullshit. People believed this. Hell, even like when they did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, back when we were in like high school.
Oh, they tried.
The first remake they did, there's like a little like 2-minute clip at the beginning of that movie where it looks like found footage. People believed that was real, legitimate found footage.
Kind of like the Blair Witch Project was.
Yeah! Well, that's what started it. People believe, that found footage stuff, that really happened. Oh, and they put it in the movie. That's real, that's legit. And you couldn't just jump on, Wikipedia at the time.
That's where assholes like me just troll people that are sitting with them at the movie theater
Yeah.
and just be like, oh my God, you know what? I just make it up as you go and like get you to fucking believe whatever I say. Just so you know, folks. It's assholes like me that make people think it's real. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just having fun. Don't believe everything I say. But, a lot of times I'm telling the truth.
You mean to tell me Freddy Krueger's not real? That's not a real story.
Well, so okay. So do you know the history on Freddy Krueger and what is real and inspired that?
Oh, do tell. I'm interested.
So Stephen King's account. Now I've seen several stories on this. Supposedly, and I have not confirmed this. I can't find it anywhere. I read it 2 weeks ago, and I have not been able to find it since. So here you go. Everything on the internet's true. But 2 weeks ago, I read where there was a serial killer, child rapist in Iowa back in like the late 1800s, early 1900s. Don't know if that's real. And supposedly the town like murdered him and like whatever.
Of course.
That I can't confirm. I can't find anything. I haven't dug too deep, so maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know. But that's not what inspired it. What really inspired it was Wes Craven was reading an article about this kid, or multiple kids, but one in particular. There's multiple kids that were dying in their sleep, and I'm trying to remember the name of the syndrome. It was like SUNDRS. I want to say, I'll look that up as I'm talking here. Syndrome. So these kids were mysteriously dying in their sleep, and one kid in particular he's reading the story on where nobody would believe him, and he was having terrible nightmares, and so he was forcing himself to stay awake to the point of death. And that's what inspired the Freddy Krueger movies, and he's trying to imagine, what would make these kids not want to sleep? What kind of nightmares would they be having? Brilliant. Like it's terrible that a tragedy of, some kid having this terrible syndrome. So, I'm trying to find it here. I don't see, it's probably not the correct syndrome that I'm looking up right now. But if you look up inspiration for Freddy Krueger, Wes Craven gave an interview back in, I think, 2008 or 2010 about this. And they outline it there pretty clearly. But hey, he took a tragedy and a creepy, weird, fucked up thing that happened to some other kid. None of the parents were listening to him. He was saying he's having terrible dreams, he can't sleep, and they were all just blowing it off and telling this kid to piss off and not listening to him. But he had a real problem, and they were denying it. And so that's what he really based the whole movie after, which spawned how many more? Like, they made 9 of them.
Hang on.
I'm not sure if we really need to know, because some of them were terrible.
I've got the original 6 on my shelf, and then
they did. So is that original 6? That doesn't include.
No, excuse me, 7. 7.
Okay.
Yep, 7. That's including New Nightmare was like the last.
Yeah,
Wes
New
Craven
Nightmare,
one.
that's the one I was thinking of. And then they did Freddy vs. Jason on top of that.
I loved
that
one.
They did a New Nightmare, which was pretty good. And then
that was no. Hang on. I'm just gonna pull it out.
Yeah, pull it out, man. Let's see it. Wait, folks. We're not really doing that.
Oh, I'll just get the movie. I'll just get the movies. Got him. Just so happen to be sitting here. So yeah, there's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Good.
And these are all out of order, of course. A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
The worst one ever.
That one is god-awful. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. I know you like this one.
Oh, I loved 3 and 4.
You liked this one because of the naughty nurse nightmare. I remember that. We watched that and you're like, oh my god, that's where I got my fetish for nurses.
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
Good one.
5, The Dream Child. And this one where he gets like really fucking weird and he's like into hell and he gets like at the end he gets like devoured by all the weird crazy guys that like raped his mom or something. Yeah, that one's weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. That one, I don't remember that one being very good.
No, it wasn't. Supposedly Kristen comes back, but it's really not Kristen, and it's another chick. It kind of reminds me of last week's podcast of the Montauk Project.
And then, of course, A New Nightmare, which I like that one.
New Nightmare wasn't bad. And then after that, there was one more. I'm trying to remember.
No, I think it went to Freddy vs. Jason after that. Or are you thinking of in Jason Goes to Hell where the glove comes up at the end?
No, I'm not thinking of that. I thought there was
that
more. I could be wrong, but I thought there was a New Nightmare.
Well, that's what this one is, New Nightmare.
Yeah. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
And then Freddy vs. Jason, and then they came out with the remake, which I
didn't even bother with.
I actually liked the remake.
Really?
I enjoyed it. It was darker. It was really dark. And I think that's why I liked it, because, I go back and, watch those old ones. I remember watching those as a kid, and that, they watch them now, you're like, oh, whatever.
Oh, yeah, they're campy as shit. That's the beauty of an 80s horror movie.
But you go back and you watch that new remake, and, it's not so much of the gore that you see in today's films, when you think of Saw and Hostel and then what that ended up spawning in most of today's horror films. So you got a little pinch of that. It's not as bad. But it's like, they're not making any secret about it. He's a child rapist, and he's a sick son of a bitch. Like, they don't make Freddy likable like they did in the first ones. They make you hate Freddy in this one. That's what I like.
Robert Englund was the anti-hero. That was the allure of the whole series. It's like, he's the bad guy, but damn it, you're still in the back. You're cheering for Freddy because he's so damn
he had
likable.
That charisma and that smile and that grin, and you're like,
Robert Englund's fucking amazing in that role.
Yeah, he did fantastic.
Oh yeah. So I really liked Freddy vs. Jason. I really wanted them to do a follow-up on that, and they never did, unfortunately. I loved that movie.
So other movies that were supposedly based on a true story, which I'm just going to call bullshit on right now. Child's Play.
Oh, God, no. Fuck no.
Yep.
You know what? No, that movie, that one, when I was a kid, that one fucked with me pretty hard, not gonna lie. For a long time, I'd have to, peek behind the shower curtain when I went to the bathroom, because that fucking thing terrified me for a long time.
As you mentioned, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was...
That's loosely based on something, though.
Loose.
Very loosely.
We're using the word loose with all capital letters there.
Was it even in Texas?
I don't think so.
I don't even think it was based in Texas, what they based it off of, so... Yeah, very, very loosely.
Some surprising ones, maybe? Scream.
No, that makes sense. I believe that.
Have you heard...
That's not supernatural. That's just a dude in a mask, serial killer. That makes sense.
But that's not necessarily what really happened. So it inspired. So the Gainesville Ripper was an actual murderer. This gentleman, or not gentleman, obviously, because he was a rapist on top of the whole thing. I don't think he ever wore a mask, but he broke into two different buildings, killed and murdered 5 people within 2 or 3 nights. Admitted to killing 8 people, and he was put to death. He stabbed, killed, raped, tied him up, all kinds of crazy shit. The dude was fucking out of his mind. And then, that inspired Scream. I don't know where they got the mask and all that shit, but...
Because you could go to Walmart and buy one for $2.
I don't think he ever wore it, though. Maybe he did. I don't know. What do I fucking know? I wasn't there.
What about Jason? Was Jason based on it?
Nobody is trying to claim Jason's on a true story.
Oh my god. Well, no. Take everything good about Halloween and Michael Myers and pretty much pitch it out the window. I was never a huge Friday the 13th fan. There's a few. There's a couple that I really like, but there's... the worst Freddy movie is probably still better than some of the Jason movies.
Yeah. Another one that I thought was ridiculous, somebody tried to claim that Strangers, you remember that one where the people were knocking on doors and...
Oh, yeah.
So, good movie, and I could see that being a real-life thing. Supposedly claimed to be a true story because some kids answered the door and people were wearing masks, and they ran away, and come to find out people wearing masks were knocking on doors and breaking into houses. That's... No.
Huh.
That's a big stretch. Doesn't work.
Very, very loosely based. How about Natural Born Killers? That one's based on a true story.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that. That's not really a horror movie, but...
No, it's not, but it is based on a true story.
You're just I want to know.
Charlie Starkweather in Nebraska. Yeah, I gotta throw the shout out, right?
Yeah. Wow. I haven't thought about that movie forever. Now I kind of want to go back and watch that. That was a fantastic movie.
Oh god,
Woody Harrelson?
He's amazing in that. What's that chick's name? Because she's awesome in the role, too.
Juliette Lewis? Robert Downey Jr.'s in it.
Robert Downey Jr. He's amazing as well.
There was some.
That's
good
a great
people in
movie. Yeah, that's a fucking awesome movie.
Tommy Lee Jones was in there, too.
Yeah!
Yeah.
That's a great movie. Yeah, like you said, though, not quite horror.
No, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
kinda.
it's a
Violent as hell, but
it's a fucked up movie. It's cool as shit though.
but no, like you were saying though, like today's standards with horror movies, like it's torture porn. Like that's what it is. Like it's not scary. You're just watching somebody get mutilated, and that's the gross out shock value that people like. Like Saw, like really took that ball and fucking ran with it.
They almost
And
ruined
now, yeah, and it really saturated the market. Now everybody
'Cause-
who does a horror movie thinks they have to do gore.
it. Like the first Saw, you were like, okay, we haven't seen anything this gory in a while, but it still had that like. You know, you had the shock value, and you were
Yeah.
waiting to be scared, and it was still like exciting.
And
then,
it had a good twist and a story to it, though.
and then everything turned into, hey, you know, they're about to get impaled by a big wall of glass and sharp objects. Just wait and watch because it's going to be really gory. There was no surprise to it. It just, you saw it. Okay, in 10 seconds, this dude's going to get ripped into shreds. Sit and watch. You have to sit there and wait and watch. And I was like, the fun in a horror movie to me was having that thrown at you and you going, oh shit, and you look away, but then you want to peek back. It's like, oh god, it's a train wreck, you know, that type of act. But when you're like, hey, in 10 seconds you can slowly see this wall gonna crush this person's body into a pancake, and you're like, yeah, like the excitement's gone for me, and I'm like, I know I can in 10 seconds make the rational decision that I probably don't want to watch that. Like,
Yeah, that's.
yeah.
I don't need torture porn. I don't need. Like, that was the beauty of it. Like, you know it's coming, and then the camera cuts away right at the last second. You hear the sound effect or the scream, and it leaves it up to your imagination, and that, like, helps enhance your experience. Just watching somebody get mutilated, that's not. I don't want to sound like a fuddy-duddy, but that's probably maybe sort of influencing impressionable psychopaths in a bad way. Maybe not, right?
Yeah, maybe.
How about this one?
What you got? Hold on.
You see it?
Oh, yes. Devil's Rejects.
Yeah,
Fantastic movie.
That movie I enjoyed House of a Thousand Corpses, but Devil's Rejects is amazing.
So after you watch The Devil's Rejects and then you go back and watch House of a Thousand Corpses, then you're like, you have a much bigger appreciation for both of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then, dude, the soundtrack to Devil's
Oh, yeah!
shit,
Top
son.
shelf. Yes, very, very good.
You can't top
else?
that soundtrack. Like, wow. Okay, I gotta pull that up. Like, that had the shit. Devil's Rejects soundtrack. That was one of like I even made that. I think I made that a Pandora radio station. Was Devil's Rejects soundtrack. Just like I was like, I don't even want to look up the song. I just want to hear the music that was on that movie. Like,
Yep.
it was that fucking badass. There was not a bad song on there.
No, it's a great movie. I like the opening. What's the song in the opening? Midnight Rider.
Yeah. So
In the opener. It's awesome.
yeah, you got Allman Brothers Midnight
Yeah,
Rider. You got
it's great.
Shambhala by Three Dog Night. You get Terry Reid's Brave Awakening. You got It Wasn't God Who Made Honky Tonk Angels by Kitty Wells. Add a little hidden gem there. Satan's Got to Get Along with Me or Without Me. Buck Owens and his Buckaroos. Another hidden gem. Do you have this soundtrack, by the way?
I do not, but I'm
You need
going to have to
this.
get it on Spotify now.
Fooled Around and Fell in Love by Elvin Bishop. I Can't Quit You Baby by Otis Rush. Some of these probably not as well known, but I'm telling you, they are worth a listen, folks. Funk Number 49 by James Gang. Rock On by David Essex. Great one. Rocky Mountain Way by Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
To Be Treated Right by Terry Reid has a second one. Of course, we got some Freebird with Leonard Skinner. Terry Reid
Gotta have
comes
the
back
Freebird.
again with Seed of Memory. And then I'm at home getting hammered while she's out getting nailed by Banjo and Sullivan.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Beautiful soundtrack. And the way they placed it in there was just perfect.
Yeah, that's probably Rob Zombie's best work, I think. Isn't there a sequel coming out for that, or did it already come out?
I thought they did something. Oh, hold on here. Let's see. Reject sequel. It's called Three from Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it already out?
I'm looking it up here. Let's see. Looks like the trailer just came out in July 15th. So,
Okay.
no, it is not out
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, that one I'll have to see. I don't see a lot of new horror movies anymore, but that one I do want to see.
Yeah, sad news on that. What was the clown's name on
Oh,
there?
yeah, Captain Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding, his real
Yeah.
name, I can't remember. Yeah, he passed away just not too long ago.
No, a few weeks ago.
Sid Haig.
Yep.
Haig. I can't
Yep.
remember how you pronounce his last name.
Think Haig, yeah.
But yep, old Sid passed away.
Yep.
Captain Spaulding Cutter.
Getting back to ones that are inspired by a true story.
Oh God, is this in quotations or are you being serious?
Children of the Corn. You know I had to bring it up.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
It's not based on shit. I think it even says, though... let me read the back.
It's based on a drive through Nebraska when your car breaks down and you meet weird fucking kids in the middle of nowhere named Jedediah because some Mormon family's trying to move in and we hadn't kicked them out yet.
When a young couple...
We hadn't told them to go to Missouri yet.
When a young couple find themselves stranded in the isolated community of Gatlin, Nebraska, they discover that all of the town's adults have been slaughtered by a religious cult of twisted children who worship a mysterious cornfield deity. Can these adults escape the fanatical wrath of these adolescent zealots, or will they become the next blood sacrifices to He who walks behind the rose? Yeah, I think I just made that sound scarier than this entire movie is.
Hey, you know what? I actually enjoyed those when I was a kid. There were some good ones.
I like this one, and there's really only one like jump scare in the whole movie, and it's like right at the beginning of the movie. The rest of that, it's like, no, it's not. There's no jump scares, but I don't know. I kind of like the story. Did you ever see? I couldn't tell you how many of the actual sequels I watched because most of them I thought were garbage. But did you ever see the remake of Children of the Corn?
The remake? No, I didn't know they made a remake.
I didn't either. I said for years, I'm like, I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. Oh, they did. You didn't know about it because it's fucking garbage. It's like, it is so bad I can't even begin to tell you how bad it is. Like, you're watching it, and you're like, it's gonna get good, right? And you're watching it, and you're like, God, we gotta be halfway through this crap feast. And you're watching it, and then it's fucking over.
Oh my God, 2009, Children of the Corn.
Yeah. Yeah. The remake's 10 years old. This movie just, like, ends in the middle of the story. It just fucking ends. It's god-awful. God-awful.
How do you fuck up Children of the Corn?
I don't know, but these people found a way to do it. Whoever directed that, I don't care if I liked them or not. They suck.
Oh, they even
They
fucked up
suck.
their Wikipedia page. I can't click on anything. That tells you anything.
It is fucking terrible. The story just stops. It's so bad. And what made the original so good was the kid, who was actually like a 40-year-old dude, I think, but...
Yeah, that was creepy, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna give them the satisfaction. They get a 3.8 out of 10
That's
on
too high.
IMDb, so...
That's too high.
that tells you anything.
Oh my god, if you like watching bad horror movies, watch that sometime. It's so fucking bad.
Well, since I don't have, I don't have a whole bunch of movies sitting right at my helm to just throw in.
I know, I've got my whole DVD tower behind me.
I'm just gonna pop up an image on the screen here, and oh my god, maybe not. I need to get back on my Apple computer so I don't have all these goddamn pop-ups.
Get back on Apple, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
So sorry. Well, a little sidebar, little fun poking at Tony. I'm not gay, by the way.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm just saying, I'm not. Here you go. Tell me your thoughts. Of course, I don't have the cover of it, but you remember this movie?
Yeah, wow.
A Puppet Master.
Wow, haven't seen that in a while. That's...
Remember that one? That was
Yeah.
freaky as shit. I
That
remember
one
that
is
as
creepy.
a kid. That gave me fucking nightmares, man.
That one was creepy. Man, that is weird. Ugh. Yeah, that doll's fucked up. Okay. I'm gonna have
Yeah. Now you.
Thanks a lot.
You're like, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna go
All
back
right.
and watch that movie again. Like, I'm pretty sure you can watch that on Hulu right now. Like, if not the original, I think some of the other ones are on there. But I just remember these creepy little dolls running around with fucking crazy ass sharp knives cutting people's ankles, and I'm like, oh my god, no! Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that like at my dad's house because he would always have on like some just horrible 80s sci-fi or 80s horror movies just playing when I go out. Oh my god, and it'd always just be the worst possible scenes I could get to see. So yeah, shit like that or fucking Chucky or yeah, scarred me for life. But one I think I saw out there as well. Here's a classic, folks. If you've never seen Hell Comes to Frogtown, that is Roddy Piper in the lead role, folks. That is an absolute masterpiece of a film.
okay, walk me through this one because I've not seen Hell Comes.
I don't even know if you can count this as horror, but
What would you classify it as? Is it a comedy or is it just a?
oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious for all the wrong reasons. The recent nuclear apocalypse has drastically reduced the male population and made most humans sterile. Spangle sends Sam Hell into Frogland, the mutant wasteland, to impregnate as many fertile women as he can. Once there, he learns that the mutant mare...
Dude, sign me up for the lead role.
Right? Roddy Piper is a frickin' sex machine in this movie. Once there, he learns the mutant mare, Toddy, I think, has kidnapped 8 human women for his harem. Now Hell's mission is to rescue Spangle.
Save the 8 women and have it
Yep.
9 some.
Rescue Spangle and harem from this supreme mutant, the ambassador of death. It is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
Roddy's
so
dick
bad.
at the end of it is raw.
Well, it's funny you mentioned dicks because like his sidekick chick is like a doctor of all things sensual to help aid him. I know it's weird. And
It sounds like a plot to a porn movie. It really does. Like,
it absolutely could have been written by a porn studio and just tried to actually make it into a legitimate
they're like,
film.
oh, Roddy Piper wants to do this? Maybe we
Yeah.
can actually make some money and
Yeah,
not get AIDS.
but the chick dances for the mutant frog mayor at the end.
What the fuck?
She does like a strip tease, and he gets all aroused and stands up. And he's got like 3 dicks. It's insane.
So, what? Yeah, okay. You gave me shit about glossing over stuff last week. 3 dicks? What?
So he makes her do the dance of the 3 snakes, and when he gets all aroused, the 3 snakes have arisen, and he gets up, and she's like, ah! And he's got 3 dicks.
But where?
Well, where they should be.
No.
Oh God, you got to watch this movie.
No, I'm not gonna watch this movie.
I'll send it to you.
Just send me a screenshot of. No, I don't want to see a 3 dicks either. I'm trying to picture a world where that's possible.
In a post-apocalyptic.
Does it show it?
I don't think it shows the.
Okay, so my
3
question
dicks.
will never be answered. So okay, I'm not gonna waste my time.
Because now I'm like, did my memory block
Now
it
I'm
out?
really curious though. Like,
See?
is it like I've seen the double dong before, like the deformation where it's like one above the other. I've seen the double dong thing before. I've seen pictures of that. So do you think it's a triple dong? What if Rowdy Roddy Piper really has a 3-layered dong?
It's not Roddy Piper. He's the good guy in this.
Oh well, who had the triple dong?
Some dude in a frog costume.
Oh God damn it!
Yeah.
Why did I waste my time on that?
I don't know.
I thought you were talking Roddy Piper had 3 dicks.
No, he's the good guy. He's the one that's got to impregnate all the people.
Well, 3 dicks. No, 3 dicks would make it easier, I guess.
Yeah, but then you'd be a mutant.
Moving on. We gotta find another one. I can't spend any more time on that one.
All right, I got one for you.
You got one?
Yep, here
I'm
it is.
I'm ready.
A Christmas Story. No,
No. God
sorry.
damn
Here,
it.
here you go. What are your thoughts on this series? Paranormal Activity.
So, you know what? Like, it catches a lot of shit. But, the first one was kind of a cult classic, really. Like, it was the first of
Yeah.
its kind. Trying something new. It was more of an indie feel to it, something nobody else had done. And then the rest of them just kind of followed the same thing. So if you really
I think
like
the second one was the best.
well, in regardless of which one was the best or where they went with it, like I liked the idea behind it. It gave you the like what happened to us. Well, when was Blair Witch? Because this is where it all started. The indie
98, I think.
So the whole indie thing, like, kind of started with that, to where you had raw footage shooting and making people, like, not telling people it's real or fake and being really vague with everything and getting people all riled up. And then Paranormal Activity, I remember when that came out, everybody's like, oh, this is true, this really happened. That's the fun with it. Good. I'm glad you got people to believe that this is real. And then as more and more come out, of course, it's total bullshit. I thought, they got better with the graphics. I think you're right, 2 was pretty cool. Even as they expanded into some of the later ones, you saw some pretty, really cool graphics and different ways of looking at it. I honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the movies. Like, I like plot, I like a story. I don't like to sit and watch a security camera any more than I have to. As you imagine, working with you on paranormal investigations, I'm fucking burned out on that. Like,
Yeah.
that drives
I hear
me
ya.
nuts now. So,
Yep,
right,
CCTV footage is hard to watch. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. Now, if you've never watched it, you don't care. But I can imagine security guards listening to this going, "Fuck that movie! I am not watching that." That's how I felt. Like, but Riker, he wanted to watch the first one, and I was like, "Dude, you're gonna get a little scared with this, but I'll watch it with you." Oh God, it was painful for me to watch it, but I did appreciate it. I did appreciate the series. I appreciated the movie. I just have my own personal bias towards it.
Yeah. No, I watched the first 4. I don't think I watched anything after that. Yeah, the 4th one I'm like, okay, because I didn't mind the 3rd one. I thought it was okay. I really liked the 2nd one. Like you said, the first one was kind of a new direction. After that, after the 4th one, it really went off the rails, I think. So I kind of gave up on it after 4, but I looked into the story, and man, does it get convoluted. Holy crap. I think the last one was called the Ghost Dimension, and they start doing time travel, and they start popping up in the other movies, and it's weird. It is friggin' weird, but it made me kind of want to go back and watch them, but I never got around to doing it.
What are your thoughts with the Evil Dead series?
It's satire. It's horror satire.
The first one wasn't satire. The first one was actually
Right.
supposed to be a horror movie.
Okay, but the series is satire. It just goes in that direction after. Like you said, yeah, Evil Dead.
This is my boomstick.
Evil Dead's one of those massive cult classics. It's got a lot of memorable shit from it. So yeah, that's on it. It's kind of on an island by its own. The rest of it, yeah, it's satire.
Yeah. What about the remake? Like,
I didn't see the remake.
I have mixed feelings on the remake, and I think I'm going to go back and rewatch it, just in the spirit of it being October. I felt it went too far to the gore side, and I'm just going
Well, that's probably why I didn't see it.
I'm just going off of memory, but like I'm sitting here trying to think like what was so gory about it. I don't know if there was that much on the gore side. Maybe they just didn't tell the story as well as the first one did. Like the first one was like, I just remember it being, of course it's an old movie, so it's kind of grainy and slow anyway. But I just remember there being like silence, uncomfortable silence.
If done right, that can go a long way.
And that whole movie just had all these like, and I did that on purpose 2 different times. You had that like 5-second pause of uncomfortable silence before somebody else says anything. And it makes you think of like what's going on around there. And it's more real life that way. Like you ever been out camping or out in the woods or anywhere where you're talking to somebody and maybe you don't quite trust them, and you don't know what they're doing, and then there's like you ask a question and they give a weird response, and then there's that like 5-second uncomfortable silence, and it brings you back to that feeling of like
Impending doom.
And that's what I loved about the first Evil Dead was it was just the you had the creepy sounds and, the swinging bench out front. You had the crazy lady in the basement and the panic, but also just that creepy silence. Nothing for a few seconds. It just captivates you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right there.
I heard something in your background.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Riker and Mom wrestling upstairs.
Okay, one, I got before we wrap the movies up, I wanted to bring up a recommendation for you. Since we're talking about the satire side of it, have you ever watched Rubber?
Hold on, let me look it up. I don't think so.
Okay. I cannot tell you how much fun I had watching Rubber.
Okay, this is the one about the tire.
Yep, that's it.
No, I have not. They made a part
You have
2?
not. No, there's not. Shut up. Is there?
Oh, no. There's a second trailer. Sorry.
Oh,
I just seen
okay.
Rubber trailer too.
Oh.
But it's a second trailer. To the
You got me all excited. Oh,
So what? Okay.
dude.
I'm
Dude.
watching her tire roll around. I remember seeing this preview and I just laughed and never took it serious. Was this actually good?
It depends what you want going into it. Like, if you go in expecting a serious movie, don't bother. This is satire in its purest form. Like, they break the fourth wall. It gets really wacky. But yeah, the whole premise is this tire is evil and kills people with telekinesis. But
So telekinesis, like it just like
it starts to shake and people explode. I shit you not. It's amazing. It is. I kid you not. Like, we sat down to watch a movie or something on Netflix one night. And I stopped on that. I'm like, what in the fuck is this? Like, oh, I remember watching a trailer for this. That was a real movie? And I hit play. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just want to see. I just want to scroll through it real quick. After 5 minutes, she's like, why are we still watching this? I'm like, just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. 20 minutes later, she's like, why are we still watching this? We watched the whole thing, and I was just dying by the end of this. And she was irate because we sat down to watch a movie, and this is what we watched. Like, the ending gets insane, stupid. Like, there's a group of people on a rock watching the tiger kill people as spectators. The cops involved like know that they're in a movie. It is weird, but it is one of those like cult classic weird satire movies. I don't know. It's hard to appreciate it.
I'm just gonna have. I don't know if I can watch it. How long is it?
I don't know, hour maybe 20. I don't know. It's not like 2 hours long. I don't think. Like today's movies are all like 2 hours long now.
Damn. Well,
You're trying to wrap your head around that.
yeah, I am. You ready to go to news stories?
Yeah, let's do a couple
I
news
just
stories,
can't
wrap
watch
things up.
I just can't watch a tire movie.
You say that, but you're gonna see it sometime. Okay, no, maybe I better watch that. All right, hit me with something. Hit me. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Your body is ready.
My body is
I
ready.
don't know if your body's going to be ready for this one.
All right, I love it.
Let's get to the right piece of this page here. It doesn't have it loaded. Oh my god. I need to get back to my Apple computer here. This stupid pop-ups. Okay, are you ready?
Hit me.
So, you heard about this tropical storm, I think it's Melissa?
Don't believe I have.
Yeah. Phoenix shapes of tropical storm Melissa arouses commentary on Twitter.
Why does it?
I think
why does
you're
it
on
have-
mute, Tony.
No, I'm not. Am I?
Or at least I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Well, maybe it's just my shit fucked up.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Hmm.
No, it was on my end. I fucked it
Okay.
up.
So why does this thing have blue balls?
I don't know, but the blue balls apparently are going to be hitting Connecticut, the corner of New Hampshire. Looks like Massachusetts. Yeah, well, watch out, folks. Blue/purple balls heading your way in the phallic-shaped tropical storm.
That's fantastic. I hope those places don't get fucked too hard.
Oh, let's see. What's Twitter have to say? Did Trump draw this? Melissa looks a bit excited.
Oh, that's a good. Oh yeah, look at the shape of that.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
not
When
long.
you draw the lines in there, you almost get ahead. Get the
It's not
wrinkles.
long, but it has a lot of girth.
I think
See that depiction? makes it
National
look a little
Coming Out
longer.
Day. Okay.
Oh no.
Here's hoping that Melissa comes hard and fast, but then pulls out before any damage is done.
There we have it. But
That's good stuff. They whispered to me, "You cannot withstand the storm." I replied, "I am the storm."
What the
Nice,
fuck
nice.
is that?
Okay.
All right.
So yeah,
Wow.
these go on for quite some time. Oh great, a giant penis is attempting to attack the East Coast. Seriously, who draws these storm maps? An 11-year-old boy. Yes. Yes, my child. My child.
Sounds
is
like a
drawing
man hater to me.
this. It does.
Where's the tweet that says, "White guy be dick shaped, huh? Sexist. This storm's sexist."
Yeah. This storm's sexist. Yeah, okay. All right.
Wow.
moving on. Do you got one,
Thanks.
Tony? You got any?
I actually am kind of empty this weekend. If you got one,
Empty
hit
this
it.
week.
I am.
Did Melissa help unload what you had, or?
Yeah, I thought I had some right there, but it was premature.
So I haven't read this one in its entirety. This is clickbaity, so I don't know
boy.
if this is going to be good. A former manager of Department of Defense Aerospace Threat Program quotes UFOs are real.
Well, shit. Let's get the Storm Area 51 crowd back.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to track this and follow.
Well, hang on. No,
Is this
because, okay.
real?
No, UFOs are real. Well, no shit. You know why UFOs are real? Because anything that's not identifiable flying through the air is real. There, if you see a bird, oh, it's a UFO. Oh, wait, no, it's a bird. Ah, now I identified it.
No, this is it looks like they're linked to Tom DeLonge and his issue, or his thing. So we believe there are discoveries within our reach that will revolutionize the human experience, says company president, CEO Tom DeLonge. I don't know. This might be Tom DeLonge's next big breakthrough here. I don't know, folks. We'll have to come back and look at that one. That's not a funny one. That's just that. It could be a funny one if it turns up to be
it will
horseshit.
It'll end up being funny. Good. We got to follow up. I like it.
Here's another one. I'm not sure if this is going to be funny or not, but we're going to find out here in just a moment. As we are going to read this one together, because I am poorly prepared for this one. Iowa family's basement is soaked with 5 inches of animal blood.
What the hell?
And it's still
homeowner
seeping
Nick
into the house.
Listina says he can't clean up the mess because it's still seeping into the house. Where's the blood coming from?
So let's see. I don't know why you're pulling this up in the corner. Anyway, it just keeps trying to chase the video around. So found out the hard way 2 weeks ago when he discovered 5 inches of blood, fat, and other animal tissue flooding into his family's basement in Bagotville, 45 miles northwest of Des Moines. It just keeps seeping in, apparently. He can't get it cleaned up. The waste is coming from a neighboring meat locker where blood and tissue from slaughtered animals was washed down a drain. There's a clog or break in the pipe sent to waste into his basement through a floor drain. That's fucked up.
It's bad enough, like here, when we get a really bad rain and parts of the city flood and people's basements get sewer backup. But this has got to be a whole nother level of awful.
It's got to be a whole nother level
crap.
of fuck you, neighbors. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, you move in next to a meat locker. Granted, you don't expect to have a pool of blood in your basement, but still, you're gonna have the stench. But wow, that's bad. Yeah. Happy Halloween, folks.
I got one last one for you here.
All right, hit me.
And then we'll wrap this bad boy up. Michigan drivers shocked when billboard displays porn for 20 minutes.
Wait. Was this during a traffic jam? Because
If
I
not,
asked.
there probably was one.
Exactly. You know where I'm going with this.
Oh, God, I hate this website. It always traces
Hacker must have been responsible. Well, no kidding.
Electronic billboard near Auburn Hills, Michigan, aroused a lot of attention Saturday. I love the wordplay. Saturday night after it started playing a porno video. Police say they received numerous calls about graphic images on a billboard located on I-75 and M59 interchange.
So, wait, here it is. Came across the billboard. It was something unusual. I saw 2 girls. Lesbian porn. Camo said. Another driver, Chuck McMahon, told Detroit station WDIV.
Chuck McMahon?
Chuck McMahon.
Yeah,
He thought
sure
at
it was
first
Chuck McMahon.
the video was an international ad for something like a strip club. Then he realized what it really was. Huh. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'm pretty sure
porn.
Chuck McMahon is a fucking fake name. Who, like, really? He's like, I don't want my wife to know I was watching porn. I'm going to get in trouble for this. Like, that's how bad it is these days, folks.
Oh, holy crap. There's a link to the Safe for Work video. What the commuters would have saw. Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Oh.
Wow. Play it.
If I can get this stupid box out of here. Here we go.
That's what she said.
Oh, that's all it showed.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well.
1 second clip. Okay. This said 20 minutes.
I'm not sure if I want to go into that photo gallery. That's not clickbaity. That's opposite of clickbait.
I'm gonna let you click on that while you're alone.
So can we talk about these titles?
I mean,
What the
wow.
fuck are we looking at?
The clickbait ads at bottom of stories are the absolute worst.
So
Like, here's a
Robert-
picture of Wonder Woman, and it's got a circle around her armpit, and it says "insane movie mistakes you never noticed." Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then it'll make you click 30 different buttons to get to the end to figure out what that one is.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a list of the favorite taco joints to the actors.
Yeah, yeah. Robert Redford's daughter is probably the prettiest woman who ever existed. And it shows, is that even Robert Redford? If it is, it's a really young version of Robert
Yeah.
Redford.
Yeah, it is.
So
They don't
is
even
that,
show
is
her.
that him or his daughter? Like,
Well, if it's his daughter, then that's just a false title.
oh, maybe his daughter is now transitioned. Oh, God, why do I
Okay.
did this?
I don't know. That's a good spot to wrap things up, though. Wow.
What do you want to talk about next week? Fuck.
Oh man, I guess it kind of depends on whether or not we have any guests or not.
Yeah, so we're trying to get a friend of ours from high school to jump on and explain his thoughts on. Well, we won't make any spoilers to it. So
Yeah, no spoilers.
some Husker football conversation we want to have with a good old friend of ours that we both are like, what? So that'll be one-sided. One of us will have to try to be biased on that one and hold the other back. I can be the biased one and try to be civil because, yeah, it's an interesting.
I don't know if I
conversation.
can be.
Yeah, I know you can't be. So yeah, I look forward to doing that one, if not this week, but soon. What other topics you got? What other thoughts? We survived this week. Husker football. We survived the
We
bye
did.
week. I think we walked away without a loss here. So
No, we do have a loss. Sounds like Mo Washington's done. Ugh. I don't mean for the year. I mean period.
great.
Off the team. Sounds like.
Was that because of his California charges?
No.
Different ones? I haven't read this story. What happened? You got
what-
some breaking news here?
All I know is it's base. A lot of people are saying he's just off the team. He's done in Lincoln. He's staying in California. He must have went out there for something, and he's just staying there. I think he's just done. I don't know. We'll find details out soon, though. And if it's not true, great. But yeah, I think it sounds like he's done.
Well, that is terrible news. Thanks for ruining my night.
Yeah, glad I could help. Hey, you said we didn't have a loss. I just had to correct you.
Thanks.
We still
Even-
found a way to lose the
Yep.
bye week.
Yep, we're good at losing. So off of Husker football, what other topics you want to go after next week?
Well, we did the conspiracy theory last week, so I don't know how quickly we want to dive back into that. But I don't know. I got a couple ideas, I guess. So yeah, we'll have to discuss it this week. See if we don't have a guest, and if we don't, then I guess we can kind of delve into those.
Sounds good. Look forward to next week. Can't titilize you with anything special, apparently.
You said tit.
tit. I'll just titilize you with my words, I guess.
There you go.
Like the new digs, I'm gonna working on new setup and new equipment and start having some more fun with this and try to get some in-house guests once in a while. Tony, drive your ass up here. It's only 3.5 hours.
Yeah, on it.
Yeah,
On it.
Yeah, on it. After winter.
Right now.
Winter's coming.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
Yeah, tell me about it.
yeah. Enjoy.
All right, folks. Oh shit. Spilled my beer.
Oh man.
All right, that's a good time to call it. Well, I have to go get a towel and clean up this shit. Don't forget to bring a towel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Tony, any last words?
Oh, watch Rubber. Watch Hell Comes to Frogtown. You won't regret it.
God, that sounds terrible. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Happy Halloween. We'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.